In the early morning hours of August 24, 1992, Hurricane Andrew struck South Florida with high winds and heavy rains. A Category 4 hurricane with peak winds of over 140 miles per hour, Andrew destroyed tens of thousands of homes and left 180,000 people homeless. The resulting property damage totaled over $30 billion. The widespread destruction caused by Andrew was due primarily to high winds, but floodwaters contributed to the damage in low-lying coastal areas of central and southern Dade County. Damage to roofs, walls, windows, and doors was common, as was damage to interior finishings and furnishings. The repair of damaged houses in flood-prone areas of Dade County is governed by the Floodplain Management Regulations enacted by the county as a participant in the National Flood Insurance Program, or NFIP. The NFIP is a federal program that helps communities reduce flood risks and enables property owners and renters to buy flood insurance. The program is administered by the Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA. Communities participate in the NFIP by enacting and enforcing floodplain management regulations to reduce future flood risks. At a minimum, these regulations govern construction in the special flood hazard areas shown on the flood insurance rate maps issued by FEMA. A participating community must regulate three types of construction in the special flood hazard area: new construction, substantial improvements to existing buildings, and repairs of substantially damaged buildings. Precise definitions of new construction, substantial improvements, and substantial damage can be found in a participating community's floodplain ordinance. In general, however, these terms can be defined as follows. New construction means buildings constructed after the community adopted its floodplain management regulations. Substantial improvements are any type of improvements to a building that cost more than half of the value of the building before the improvements were started. A building is considered substantially damaged if the cost of repairing or reconstructing the building would be more than half of the value of the building before it was damaged. Each community participating in the NFIP must require that the lowest floors of these three types of buildings be elevated to or above the base flood elevation shown on the community's flood insurance rate map. The base flood elevation is the water level of the flood that has a 1% probability of being equaled or exceeded in any given year. In the aftermath of Hurricane Andrew, homeowners wanted to begin repairing their damaged houses as soon as possible. They needed immediate guidance concerning repair methods and floodplain management requirements enforced by Dade County as a participant in the NFIP. In response, FEMA, in partnership with other federal agencies, the state of Florida, and Dade County established a Reconstruction Information Center, or RIC, in the area where the greatest damage had occurred. The RIC provided engineering and architectural advice, guidance regarding floodplain management regulations, and information about financial assistance programs operated by FEMA and other agencies. These services were available to all homeowners, but were especially valuable for owners of substantially damaged houses. At the RIC, owners of substantially damaged houses learned that they had two options for complying with the requirements to elevate the lowest floor to or above the flood level. They could demolish the house and build a new house on the same site with an elevated lowest floor, or they could repair the house and elevate the lowest floor as part of the repair process. Owners of substantially damaged houses that remained structurally sound usually chose the second option, repairing the house and elevating the lowest floor. Depending on how the houses were constructed, their owners had a choice of up to 3 techniques for elevating the lowest floor. They could 1. Extend the walls of the house vertically and raise the lowest floor. 2. Convert the existing lower area of the house to non-habitable space and build a new second story for living space. Or 3. Lift the entire house with floor slab attached and build a new, higher foundation under it.